So another close loss. Where is this team mentally right now?
I think we're, still wanting to get better. I think we're disappointed that we couldn't win on Thursday. Leading most of the game, and then just at the end, we don't come up with some key rebounds. We miss free throws. We give them a chance to get some points and score in transition. So it just comes down to, if we were to break it down and boil it down, we've got to be better in transition defense. We've got to get stops when we need to get stops, and we've got to learn how to keep a lead.
And then what about a lot of times you seem to have, everybody has turnovers, but you seem to have those key turnovers as well in close games. Everybody has those, but how do you get over that? How do you find that person that leads you through that? It seems you just don't have that.
No, we don't. And that's part of just where we are this year. We don't have it. We hope that through this we get some experience and we grow, but that's not anything that we have, and I don't know if we're going to find that by the end of this year. I don't know if we ever thought we were. What we have done is great and the strides we've made have been really, really good, but we just still don't have that person who's been able to consistently say, hey, this is what we need to do in those situations, because they don't have the experience to do it.
So you're mentioning you are moving forward. So is that maybe one of the key component you're missing, and you feel good about the progress everywhere else, pretty much?
Yeah, I mean, it's experience. We're young, and we've got to continue to recruit young ladies and bring them in here so that we can have those pieces. Yeah.
I got one for you, Coach Taylor. Shooting percentage from two at least was a little bit below the average for the season. So was that just because it was an away game, and what is it going to take from whether it be your staff or some of the players to shoot a little bit better tomorrow?
Well, I think, we got to give Auburn credit there. They're probably the most aggressive team we've played all year long. We knew that was going to be the case. They cover ground quick. They take away shots. So a lot of our shots were rushed, and that's just kind of what happens when you play them. So I would have to give them some credit for them, rushing our shot a little bit and affecting our shot there.
And then my last question for you. I know Missouri's pretty good from three.
Pretty good. We're really good from three.
And pretty good from the free throw line as well. So
yeah.
What are some of the keys to the games in your opinion? And why are you guys going to get that W tomorrow?
Yeah, Missouri is really tough because they stretch you. Everybody on the floor, with the exception of maybe one or two, can shoot the three, and they do it at a high level at all positions. So they spread you out. And now they can penetrate and they can kick. They have elite shooters. Haley Frank is a senior who's been there for a long time and is just really experienced in what she does, and she leads them. So they make 7 threes a game and shoot over 20. We've got to take away the three. We cannot trade threes and twos with them. We don't have the ability to score at the level they can. So we've got to be able to put our toes on the 3-point line, take away the 3-point shot. And then we've got to take advantage of our size. I do think we have a size advantage. So we've got to be disciplined enough to get the ball inside, but that's going to be tough because I expect Missouri to pack the paint and dare us to shoot the basketball.
Does the messaging change with, coming up to the home stretch, only a few games left in the season, from what you were kind of preaching at the beginning of the year?
The only thing that has been added to the message is let's finish at our best. We've had a year to go through some things, to learn a ton of things. We're still becoming. We're going to be becoming this summer. As we add pieces and continue to grow that process, and people take on new roles. But let's finish at our best.
What do you think your best is?
Getting stops and forcing people into a half-court game, executing on the offensive end, limiting our turnovers, and then we've got to stop fouling. We've got to stop fouling, and what that looks like is 5 people on the floor in the stance, playing well, knowing what we're doing, offensively sharing the basketball, trying to get back to running a little bit now that we have 10 players and we can sub a little bit better.
So you did your Missouri scouting. They were going through a stretch, someone like you losing a lot of ball games, and they were maybe coming off one of their worst games in years under Robin, and then they turn around and beat Mississippi State.
Yeah.
So what did you see different there that they were able to do that?
Well, they're dangerous. They are a team that if they get hot, it becomes really, really difficult. And, I have a lot of respect for Robin and what she does, and she's always a 3-pointer away. And because of they were down in the Mississippi State game to start. I mean, they got jumped on really early, but because of their ability to shoot the three, they can get back in any game. And that's what happened against Mississippi State. And they just continued to grind it out defensively. They packed the paint and made it difficult for them. And they capitalize when you make mistakes on the offensive end. It's a ton of movement, a ton of screening action, and they play well at home.
And then also, what about they have some seniors, a lot of seniors that maybe you don't have?
A ton of experience, just ton of experience, yeah.
is it different having a Monday night game? Like you'll play anytime, anywhere, but does it kind of change the flow of having a Sunday afternoon to Monday night?
Yeah, I mean, it's different in the sense that you give them your off day changes. Everybody has at least one Monday game in our schedule, so it's something that it's different because it only happens once a year, but it's routine because it happens every year, kind of like the SEC tournament. It's something that's different, but it happens annually. It's a different way, in my opinion, to look at it as a challenge. Like we're going to go Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and then leave and go play in the tournament. So how we approach that has everything to do with our mindset going into it. So it's an opportunity for us to look at it and again finish at our best. Like everybody plays a Monday, Thursday, Sunday. Ours just happens to be at the very end of the season.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, John.